Thank you, son. Looks at shark. Removes teeth.
Oh,
It is time.
Put those back.
No.
Oh.
Look at my dentureless gums.
I'd rather not.
Look at my dentureless gums.
How are you forming the vowels that you can without those teeth?
I speak in your mind.
Oh, well then,
You should have known that by now, idiot.
I mean,
Idiot.
like, I just...
I drowned you.
I can't believe it.
You're dead. Because I drowned you.
Well... I guess we can't RP.
No, you're RPing anyway.
Why do you have my soul? Release me.
No.
Let me move on.
You've made a poor decision, boy.
Fucking what?
Boy.
Boy.
I don't know if I like
can't
this
find
one.
the upstairs. Did I accidentally remove the
Oh
upstairs?
no, I
Oh, no.
hope not, because it was a beautiful upstairs.
Hello, upstairs. Where the fucketh are you? Where is it? I didn't delete anything. This... Nope, that's just a picture of a backyard. What the hell?
Where is the upstairs?
Where? That's not the upstairs. That's a close-up picture of the thing from Signs, and that's
Oh
terrible.
no!
Oh no.
There's Henderson's home, Henderson's house. Oh wait, here it is, Real House copy.
Hey.
That's the one.
Hey. Boop. Ah, nice. I fucking love it. Yes. This actually is our beautiful house.
Alright. The scene is set.
It is.
Sorry, I was looking forward to see if they had a cigarette. Just because I was curious, just for the jokes. Oh my gosh, these hearts, someone please. Inky, I know it's you. Nope, no cigar either. Here, how about this? I'll just get this Gatling gun and I'll shrink it.
Can't believe Gatling guns are cigarettes.
I'm sorry, I gotta kill these hearts. Oh, Danny!
Rip Danny.
Well,
Don't do.
she's so huge. I can't believe this.
Look, let's. One second. Now we gotta fucking fix things. There. Lay down. Where's the fucking stupid ass joke? There we go. Anyway, I had my fun. So, you banged.
Yep.
And it's like, what? Did that one talk to her directly after or like the morning after?
I mean, she'll probably give it a bit, but like just because of the subject matter, it's a case of how do you even begin to talk about this? When? So I guess the first place to start is what occurs afterwards. Like is like are they just sharing the same bed for the moment, or like what?
They're sharing the same bed. She's just chilling out.
Fair enough.
She looks like she's about ready to conk out. Honestly, like she's probably taking a few more like sips of alcohol.
Fair enough. Is it the wine still?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
It's got a lot of it.
Can I see how much she actually has?
She got a bottle. Like, she doesn't have a bunch, like, right directly here, but you remember the stash was downstairs, so you don't know how much is left.
Okay.
She offers the bottle over. Want some?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure.
Passes over.
Thanks. I'll need it. I haven't been in this position in a while, so it's a bit I want to say unfamiliar, but I've lost my touch.
You okay with me staying in the bed? Do you want me to move?
No, God, good. Yep. Nat just like puts a hand on Danny's chest. You stay. You stay.
She'll hold your hand.
the blush you. I'm bad at this. I'm sorry.
Oh, that's okay. You stay. I go.
No. That jumps into the sky, Superman, and explodes.
She wasn't even wearing pants.
Nope.
Just like the real thing.
Yep.
Danny kind of cracks a smile. Now is not the time to be bashful.
No, it's not. I just she just like she'll just kind of roll over and just put her head on Danny's midsection or something and just be like, why am I like this?
Because you're an anxiety muffin.
I'm just
It's okay. No judgment here, I promise.
No, I know. I just I've been wanting to do that to you more or less since you first walked in.
Nice.
Yeah. But I am bad with feelings and words. So, and also I was like, are you first of all, are you taken, and second of all, do you also like
I swing whatever way the wind takes me.
Hey. I'm kind of same.
Kind of.
I mean, not whichever way. But uh, guys and girls, I tend to take both.
Like,
Yeah.
It's like, I don't care if you got a badge or you got a dick, so long as you're my type,
Yeah.
I'll go for it.
That is accurate.
It's just, good exercise, good fun.
Yeah. No, totally. So, when did things change from, like, I don't know, I guess when did you decide on this
Oh, you're hot?
with, I mean, that one, yeah.
No, I pretty much more or less. I mean, you've got a Spitfire personality. You're blonde,
Thank you.
like blonde hair, green eyes. Sucker for it.
Nice.
So yeah, I mean, it was more of if you were up for bat. You up for it.
Yeah.
I mean, I secured same room, so.
Oh, you had. You're
shallow.
This is no, but like this is why I like you. Because like, no, but seriously, you're like fucking. It's so good to have someone into you who's like bold and like just is completely chill with pace and just ugh.
I mean, everyone's got such a huge stick up their butt, and not a sexy one, all the time in Guardians, and it's so stressful.
I know.
You just gotta get. If you don't take this first move, no one will.
No, totally. Oh boy, don't I know that. Yeah. It's what I kind of come to realize, not just in Guardians, but
General.
yeah. Especially like after joining them.
It's like, what's the worst that's gonna happen? They turn you down? Oh no.
No, totally. But it's just the desire not to make things awkward. I don't know. But I get.
Oh, no, go ahead.
No, I guess it's just I've been doing this less than a year, like just over 6 months, and I haven't fully acclimated to how relationships now work, but I don't know. I guess I just don't want to like risk messing good friendships and shit up by like making things weird. I don't know. I don't know why I'm like this. I didn't used to be like this.
Way I see it is this. The relationship's gonna be a relationship no matter what happens. You can lob it over and either they catch it and take it or they push it away. But if they're gonna be a true friend, then they should be able to get over the fact that you may have, offered that. If I say, hey, I want to tickle your pickle, and you're like, wow, I'm not interested, it's cool, whatever. But like, don't, if you are my friend, don't get all weird around me because I made the offer, because honestly, if you turn me down, it's whatever. I value your friendship more than I value sex, kind of thing.
Totally.
And if they can't put that aside, I think they're thinking way too far into it and kind of prudish,
Yeah. No, totally. Thanks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
Also, tickle your pickle? Really?
I might have used that line before.
Oh my god. You did not. Shut up.
I did.
I can't believe you. Who did you use it on?
It was just a guy in college.
Ah, fair.
It didn't work.
Oh no.
It's whatever, though.
Yeah, fair.
But yeah, the more you worry and let worry kind of overtake you, the less time you have to actually get things done. I find, you spend all that time worrying, what am I going to do? How am I going to go about it?
Yeah.
Plan, never do.
Yeah. No, totally. And then and then it becomes the case of if it never gets done, then it's just why bother?
Why bother? Exactly. Like,
Yeah.
why have you spend all this time having a dream and never make it come true? And I guess maybe that's why I'm a diamond, is because I'm gonna go and I'm gonna make the dream come true. I'm not just gonna sit on it.
Yeah. Totally. I'm glad you made it come true, just because I'm gonna be completely honest. I part of why it was taking me a while was because I didn't know if oh god, like, don't, this is gonna sound weird or whatever, but I was trying to work out without necessarily broaching the subject because, hey, technically you're my new boss and everything.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know if you and Lala were together or not.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so because, again, new boss, but you are super chill and you're a great, like, person and junk, and I didn't want to test those boundaries quite yet because I wasn't sure we were that close, but hey, now I guess we are.
No, you're fine. Like, you're not the first to wonder it. We are, I'm single. Have him and I tried before to make it work? Sure. But end of the day, I love him to bits, and I'm sure he cares too, but it's not like matrimonial for a lifetime. There's a difference.
Mm-hmm.
And I do love him, and I think Lalo is a fantastic stand-up guy, and I have hit it. But no, we're not dating.
Fair. I understand that. Just because, I had something kind of similar-ish, I guess, with Tomo for a while, like back when we first joined, and it was a case of, hey, this could maybe be a thing, but things kept happening, and Guardians kept occurring, and we hit a point where we blew up a bit, and like in trying to rebuild, like the friendship that we had, I realized I didn't want that anymore.
Mm-hmm. You grew up.
Yeah. I mean, I guess that's what I've been doing over these 6 months, right? Just like in a really like short and intense and traumatic fashion.
The Guardians, that kind of stress, you learn things about yourself and you learn things quick.
Mm-hmm.
You know? And that's why I'll be honest, and I'm gonna make it honest right now, I don't really do long-term relationships. You know?
Oh.
Okay?
Okay.
I am fine with flings, you know, close, intimate connection. I can't promise, but I don't really do anything official, and I don't mean to, drop that on you as, a, hey, now that you've opened up to me, fuck you, or anything like that, because I do
totally.
think you're great, and you're funny and hilarious and pretty and all that, but Guardians throws a hell of a curveball.
Yeah, it does.
And I don't mind if you want to keep doing this, and if you want to keep a close connection, she squeezed your hand. You're great. But that's up to you.
Nat will take Danny's hand and lean in and kiss her, and she'll just say, I mean, I would like to make this work. I am willing to try.
She smiles. Cool. And if anything comes by, you know, if there's something else you want to pursue, she holds her hands up. I'm open to anything. So, there's, you know, you want to date someone else, that's okay. You have complete, what's a good word for it? Availability here. Free reign.
There was a time where I would have loved that, but first of all, I don't know if dating outside of Guardians is a good idea.
Mm-hmm.
It's not to say that I don't have feelings for people outside of Guardians. It's just a case of, or I've never had those feelings for people outside of Guardians. It's just a case of it's recently hit me that outside, if I'm gonna be with someone outside of this, they don't get the wordless things. They don't get the shit that no one, even not even in this division, really talks about. The whole fucking, the fact that we've all fucked up after joining Guardians in some big way, because joining a monster hunting group didn't really make us better people. It just kind of threw us in it. Mm-hmm. And how our eyes are open now in ways we didn't think were possible before, and they can't really ever be shut again. And how even when we're hanging out or eating breakfast or whatever, next mission could fuck us all up beyond repair because of some sudden unforeseen shit rearing its head.
I get it.
And I think it's fair to say they aren't really talked about in other divisions either. So
because it's I found Guardians makes it hard for me to have a lasting bond with anyone outside of Guardians.
Yeah.
Because they don't get it. They talk
No.
about, oh, work was so hard. I had to work 8 hours today. I had to file. My feet
Yeah.
hurt. And it's like,
Yeah.
oh, let me pretend to be sad for you. You know, my coworker just got his head torn off the other day, but I can't say anything.
Yeah. Or like, oh, it's unfortunate that that you're having to deal with some fucking asshole in your workforce today. I had to deal with I had to tell some parents that their child isn't gonna fucking come home or some shit. Ugh.
Yeah, it is the worst. It makes it so that it makes you kind of appreciate the times when you could complain about the most trivial of things.
Yeah.
I remember when I used to complain that, like, for a brief time I went to college, and I would complain when classes were canceled and I already had went to campus. And looking back at it now, that is the most small thing compared to now. Because, like, back then, it sucked. I already spent the gas money, you know? And I was already there. It's like, why can't you just give me my class?
Ugh.
I don't want to have to head home. This is bullshit. You're bullshit.
This is bullshit. No, completely. I totally
And
get it. I do.
now I'm like, I mean, it's weird to say I'd take it back because it was bullshit, but I'd take it back if it meant all the terrible things that I have seen I never had to see. You know, I'd take it back if it meant I wasn't locked up for months
Yeah.
in a basement, you know?
No, totally. That's like, you get it, and I could like have a sit down with a potential like partner and like maybe try to explain it. Maybe, but at the end of the day, they'll probably nod and smile and say, "Oh yeah, no, I didn't think about that before. I totally do get it." But it's one thing to say that, but it's another to live it every day, and that's kind of why I like. It's part of why I want to make something work. If it's going to work at all, I want to make it work with someone in Guardians who I like, who is sweet and kind and funny and just is so easy to talk to. Like Nat is like gazing full on into Danny's eyes at this point, and has amazing boobs and just like I hope you don't mind me saying this, but you are exactly my type and you're perfect.
Oh, she reached over and smooches you. Well, I'll try and make your time here good while I'm around. Yeah.
Same goes, Daddy-o.
Hey. Ugh, I'm not looking forward to going back to Milwaukee. Like, if it's any consolation, I know you guys have it like hell here, but it's a nice break from what I am used to.
Nat just like lets Danny talk. Because how often do you get to vent like this? so she's just letting Danny go. So how is it in Milwaukee?
I mean, murder, one of the big murder capitals of the world, and that's without supernatural.
Oh yeah.
Contributes to it, though. I mean, it's easy when people die because of gang turf, that you can just, when someone gets their neck sucked from a vampire, you can just be like, oh, gang war.
Yeah, I'll do it.
No, it's got a problem. It's got a big supernatural problem. It's a cult and shit like that. I don't know, and it's just that there's so much. The thing that sucks about city divisions is the bureaucracy. There's so much of it. It's really annoying. Because you're handling so many people, you know? And like, as I said, I don't have to deal with it as much. I'm construction, but boy, howdy. I'm glad I'm not a heart. Let's just put it that way.
It's fair.
Because they're the ones that have to go in there full time and lie to the police, lie to the press, convince someone that their relative who was very much not a part of a gang was part of a gang. And then the Spades have to go in there, stage evidence.
Yeah.
You know, it's all such a big cover up, because when there's people around, you actually have to cover things.
Mm.
And it sucks. One little fuck up on our part, and suddenly this entire like street of dominoes we have made is now tumbling, and people are squinting and like, hey, that doesn't quite line up, and then they start talking about it, and then you have to deal with it, and then now it's reported to HR, and now the headquarters knows that we fucked up, and then somehow it falls on my head because of, something was wrong in the construction, or, I left something behind. It's just dumb. It's so annoying.
God, I hear that. I mean, over here, we don't, first of all, we didn't really have much of a budget or, like, many people in the division. Even before, like, the team that we are now came. Before, because, like, I got here as part of, like, a new team of 6, and that actually, like, more than doubled the size of that actually straight up doubled the size of the pre-existing team.
That blows my mind.
Yeah. And now, like, especially now that, like, Aisha and Yao are here, it's like, this will sound fucking crazy, but it's so nice to have a budget and to have resources with which to do things, because you're dealing with one town, but it's just you guys in there, so you're all, like, running around trying to keep up with, like, the locals, but at the same time they're right there, you can't ignore them, and they're all prying, and it's like, oh, what's this, oh, what's that, and you have to come up with, like, a consistent lie, and if any one of them, like, get curious, it's a case of, what the fuck are you gonna do about it? And that's why Wes is such a problem at the moment, because of how local it is.
Anything you guys say at all.
Yeah, no, totally.
And he's got so much sway, so if he says anything.
Exactly. Ugh.
It's like, what do you do? Because I guarantee you, down in Chicago, if they had a problem with that, they'd just shoot him. But I don't think that's a thing here.
No, totally. It's not just because the fact that it's a town, and the fact that it's so local, and everybody knows everybody, and everybody talks to everybody, you wouldn't get away with it. You just wouldn't. Like, it'd get found the fuck out. I'm amazed that, like, the townsfolk aren't stupid. Some of them know shit is going on beyond them. I mean, why else stick to the curfew, right? But fucking Wes at the moment. Like, all it took was him just deciding not to listen anymore and just go. Like, you guys, it's just nice to have multiple people who can talk to someone like that, even if they don't listen, and not have to like repeat deal with them yourself, or like not have to put a pin in him while you then have to work on your pre-existing mission and like then work on something else, and then you have to go around town again. It's really easy to burn out in somewhere like this.
Because you guys, despite whatever suits you have to basically do it all.
Yep.
Like, you don't get to be specialized in the way that you're supposed to be.
Nope. We don't. I mean, the closest we've come is the fact that like the clubs, obviously they still get to do their thing regardless, and Theo and I kind of like do our own shit, and like Theo more so than me because he's better at making things than I am, and former med student. Like, the closest I got to any real diamond thing or like actual proper specialized crafting was like making the fucking flamethrower in the shed on my own.
I mean, that's pretty crafty.
Theo occasionally helping me. Thank you. But like you say, we aren't really getting to specialize, because I feel particularly bad for Henderson, just because he's a smart guy, but he also can't afford to not be physically capable, because we all go out on missions, and what the fuck if something happens, right? And I would say I feel bad for River, but like, she's already ready-made for this life, it seems. The whole like antisocial thing, the whole yes, I'm a scientist, and I'm in a basement, and I also have a high-powered sniper rifle that I'm not afraid to use. You know, that whole thing that she has going. It's weird, but it's like she was tailor-made for this, just because of how much shit she can do. And I don't just mean in Guardians, I mean here. Because we can't specialize. We can't.
Yeah, I get you. Because it's like, did they send us to be your bosses to help you, but like, we still haven't become stable enough to be able to sit down and actually do something.
Nope. Welcome to Carlsville.
And you know, Yao's guys are supposed to help us, but like, Yao's not a permanent fixture here.
Nope.
He's supposed to help and then be on his way, because he is a hot commodity. Like,
really?
How hot? That guy is huge.
Even in Dead Man's Hand?
I don't know if in Dead Man's Hand, but like, I know that he is like the guy, you know.
Jesus.
He is the something needs to get its shit together. Okay, there's Yao. Something needs to be done and needs to succeed. Okay, there's Yao. Like, I'm avoiding him. I want nothing to do with him because he could end me in a word, and I don't want that.
Yeah, no, that's fair.
Like, he's scary shit.
He seems it.
Just the fact that he's here, like, Aisha just talks to him. I'm like, okay, bitch, go for it.
Yeah, Aisha's like surprisingly personable. Like,
super. She is great with talking to people.
Yeah, she is. Like, fucking. She's also the kind of leader I like, where what she does is sensible, and like you're still kind of like afraid a bit to talk to them, but at the same time, you know that you can without being like eaten or something, you know? You know how you always had those like particular kinds of managers in amongst like all the really shit ones where they weren't trying to like game the system for their own profit. They were actually there to fucking do a good job. It's what Aisha's like to me, and I can respect that, even if at times it's like, I don't know. You've dealt with her more than I have, obviously, but like it's like there's something beneath the smile.
Like she's fake?
Not fake, but like there's something. I don't know. I don't know how to put it in words, but it's like there's something deeper to her that isn't necessarily. I don't know. Maybe I'm just being crazy, but.
Well, no, I get it. Like, because here's the thing. I will stand for Aisha to the ends of the earth. That's why I'm here.
Yeah, fair.
Because she is a fantastic person and a fantastic leader, and she's the tits ass bee's knees, you know, like she's got it.
Mm-hmm.
And she knows how to just take a group of people who don't know what to do anymore and bring them together and get them working again. But she's also, you know, it's sometimes easy to forget she's dead man's hand.
Oh, it's so easy. Like,
but
it's
then you remember her primary job is to hunt. She's not a monster hunter. Her primary job is to hunt down people.
Oh, that explains a lot. Oh, Jesus.
Well, because I don't know if you know, that's what Dead Man Hand is. They are Big S's special task force, basically.
Jesus.
So, like, there is something that no one else can do. You send in Dead Man's Hand, but also if anyone ever betrays Guardians and runs, you send in Dead Man's Hand.
Oh.
And there's a reason they're called Dead Man's Hand. It's not just a pun. Like, if you got them after you, you are dead, bitch.
Yeah.
And so, like, I think what you're seeing under there is probably a scary-ass bitch, because, like, Aisha will kill someone, you know? Like, she has legitimately probably killed people.
Oh, totally. I don't doubt it. We first met up with her when we met River. I don't really know the full deal with how those two met, but like we were initially like going through the hedge to find Cheney and Carly because gargoyles had happened, and we come out of the hedge in Canada just outside River's house, and it's overrun by pixies because hedge portal bullshit, and Aisha's in there, and I didn't really get too good of a look at Sal, but Sal used to have like real anger problems. They were concerning, and she stopped him, I think, by impaling his wrists to the wall with knives. By from what I saw of his arms and his hands, it was fucking Jesus. And then there was the time in the elevator in Boston where she fucking legit gave me a panic attack. But she was trying to do that to everybody, and
what
she
did
just
she
did
do?
it. Well, okay, so you know how Theo's just got back, and also his friend Abel has been brought over.
Yeah.
So Abel was originally being kept by the Boston division in their slasher basement because they didn't know what else to do with him, because he kind of is, because he like. But we get over there. We try to get him out, and Aisha finds us, and she's not impressed with the fact that like we totally busted into a secure facility and walked out with like a high security detainee. So she wanted to highlight the fact that at the end of the day, we were going about with someone who was fucking unstable, and a real fucking live wire, and a real fucking potential for catastrophe, as if we didn't already know that, because he tried to kill Theo, but whatever. So she puts us all in an elevator, and she doesn't let us get off for like 2 minutes, and she keeps moving it up and down and up and down and up and down, and she just wasn't saying anything to us, and I freaked the fuck out. Like, legitimately freaked the fuck out. I don't think I had full panic attack, because that was something different in Boston, but whatever. But it was fucking scary, and she just stood there not really looking at us, and I, like, as she just walked away, I just caught a glimpse of like a satisfied smile as we're all just a mess behind her, on lines of, oh yes, you all have got the message now, yes. And it's like, Jesus Christ, lady. Like, yeah. Matthew, her husband, telling he's scary when like he gets mad, and like he's scary in terms of like the whole professional guy with an axe way, but her, like,
she gets in your head.
That nods.
It's the literal thing of, she does the thing only a woman can do.
Mm-hmm.
You know, Matthew's out there, he's got muscles, he's tall, he has an axe. Okay, so Matthew will cut you. Matthew will kill you. But
Matthew Hellings
won't let you die.
No, she won't.
Like, that's the difference. Like, okay, Matthew Hellings Sr., nice axe. What else can you do? But, like, Aisha, it's like, what's she gonna do to me? What is she gonna do? Is she gonna do anything? Should I prepare for death now? Am I gonna be jailed for the rest of my life? Is she gonna cut off my hands? Is she gonna push me down an elevator? Is she gonna do nothing? Is she gonna give me a scolding? Like, you don't know. And I think that's terrifying. She's scary, and I really respect it. And it's like, you can kind of see that factor. She likes people like that. That's why she brought Caleb.
Not kind of double takes. How is Caleb like that?
Do you know what Caleb's gonna do?
Kind of. I mean, like, he's gonna do his fucking job.
Yeah, but like, face to face with Caleb, you are in a knife fight with Caleb. What is Caleb gonna do? The answer is, you don't fucking know.
I mean, true, but I'm not really, like, the kind of you don't know that Caleb is. Like, to me, he's more kooky than scary. You know?
I mean, yeah, but what I'm saying is it's that ability to not be readable. To not, not be able to show your cards, you know? Because, like, not all of us are as composed as she is, you know? That's probably why her and Yao are super buddy-buddy, is you just can't read them. I don't think Yao feels, but that's beyond the point. And so she likes people like that. And I'm not one of those people. I'm an open book.
Same. Like
You know.
I can be composed when I have to be, but that's not all the time, and I prefer to wear my heart on my sleeve.
Yeah, and it's like it kind of, sometimes I think like when I look back at it and realize, she called me, she was like, "Okay, hey, we need you." It I mean, she shrugs. I know that she called me out of necessity. I don't think she called me because she needed someone who was super good at their job.
What do you mean?
You guys needed a fill-in diamond. You
Yeah.
needed someone to fill the spot,
Yeah.
but you needed someone quick.
Mm.
I think she called me because you needed someone to fill in the spot quick, and she knew how I was unhappy with my position, and she knew that I liked her and would do this for her, I don't think she called me because I am one of the best or anything like that. Like, you've seen some diamonds, they can just they're medical experts, they're hackers, they're not me. And that's not down talking myself. Because I know I'm good at what I do.
Damn right you are. You wouldn't be a fucking what is it? You are a king? You wouldn't be a fucking king if you weren't good at what you did.
But I know that I'm not I am not Lalo, who you ask Lalo to take down a bunch of people and Lalo will do it. Like, I'm not a drone or a wild card.
Maybe that's a good thing, though.
Maybe she needed a human factor. I don't know.
Exactly. Because, by God, we need it.
Yeah, and I mean, Pleasant. I mean, you could say she's the human factor, but she's just here to keep the rest of you guys sane. Pleasant had sworn off Cardian's work. You're never getting her on the field again.
No, totally. But as far as keeping us sane, she's got her work cut out for her.
Yeah, I don't envy her. That's for sure.
No. Because not only do we all have like little bits of trauma that aren't even necessarily Carnians related, but well, there's the fact that like a lot of us have constant, ongoing, like real ass problems. Like I get night terrors, for example. Tomo, for another, is like a recovering schizophrenic. Like Henderson, I don't even think has begun to properly grieve like his eldest son, because he can't yet, because there is no body. That's just to name a few.
Yeah.
Like, we've got shit going on.
And like that kind of stuff is Cardians wide too, because the job messes you up so much.
Totally.
And that's why you guys needed a therapist here. It's standard issue therapy is so needed in this, because you don't send a soldier to war and bring them back and be like, okay, have fun at home.
Oh my god! Wait, fucking back the fuck up a second. Therapists are standard issue.
I mean, at least in bigger divisions, they should be. In almost every division in the city, you should have at least 1 to 2 therapists.
Fucking one of the things I've been saying from the beginning, ever since I walked in here, like I first said it to Tomo, was like, hey, you need to go to therapy, or we need a therapist, or something. And like, I'm so grateful that Pleasant is here. You don't even know, because like we need someone like her. We've been fucking crying out for her for like 6 months, just 6 months with nothing, and finally we have someone like that, and it's just.
If she was the one Aisha called, especially out of retirement, you don't see many Ricardians that retire. She has to have been good at her job.
Uh-huh.
And the fact that she's here, I don't think she's taking her job lightly. I mean, because come on, that Guardian's retirement fund is huge. That she could be on the Bahamas right now, and she's here and here.
Yeah, it is a bit buttfuck nowhere USA. Huh?
Podunk, Wisconsin.
Yeah, I'm a Chicago girl, so I'm used to city.
Yeah.
I'm not used to this.
I saw a cow when I was coming in.
Right?
Wisconsin is the dairy state, and I haven't seen a cow in forever.
I was gonna say they wouldn't fucking have cows in Milwaukee, would they? Unless you go.
I'm in the middle of the city. I don't leave the city much. I'm busy. But yeah, it's like, Christ. I'm glad she's here.
Yeah.
Especially don't get me wrong, I love him, but when you bring someone like Lalo on a team, he needs someone like that to keep him grounded.
Yeah. Totally.
I mean, I think that the fact that he needs someone like that at all is bullshit. He should have never gotten to this point he's at.
Nope.
But yeah, hedge guard division, fellas. Great idea. And she says that, and she said that, her face just falls and she looks really kind of angry.
Nat will do the hand grab and the squeeze and the thumb stroke.
Oh, she squeezes your hand back. It's just, it sucks.
It sounds it.
I get why Guardians does what it does. And it doesn't leave this room, but I don't always agree with what Guardians does,
Nope.
You don't always agree with your workplace. Obviously we're trying to save humanity, but in the process, sometimes they just forget about us.
Uh-huh.
We become nothing to them. And the hedge areas, anything to do with the hedge, is especially guilty because Lalo, he had some problems going into it, but he wasn't nowhere near how bad it's gotten these days. I haven't seen Lalo in so long, and it's jarring to see him in such a state, He's talking to himself. He talks to himself. He wasn't like that when he left Milwaukee. He might have had some nightmares, sure. He might have, had some problems, but I don't know what they did to him out there. We used to keep in contact over the letter, and then I just got radio silence after a while. He just stopped responding.
Well, if it's... No, go on. Sorry.
Oh, no, go for it.
If it's anything like the shit we saw, when we were on our way to the realm we were trying to reach, honestly, I'm surprised he's lasted as long as he has, because we ran from something. Aisha called it the hook.
Yep. That's a legend.
Yeah. So we ran from that. We barely got away. We somehow managed to get away, with it not really laying a finger or a hook, I guess, on us. But
it's really the only way you get away from the hook. I mean, most of the people who did get a hook landed on them aren't around to tell the tale.
Yeah.
Because you hear it. With every division, or 25% of the time, there's going to be one poor sod who somehow ended up in the hedge, and that poor sod has a hook story.
I am the exception to that because my hedge story isn't a hook story. Yay!
I mean, I know your story's terrible, from what I've heard.
It's awful.
But I'm glad you didn't get hooked.
I'm also glad I didn't get hooked. Like, fuck the hedge, man. It just. Anytime I've been in, around, or like near it, bad shit has happened. Ugh.
Yeah, it's just, there are things out there, because there's the legends. A hook's a legend because he's a staple of anyone that's ever gone. He is the hedge thing that you are scared of.
Yeah.
And he's more of like a legend than he is real. But there's people who've run into him. There's people that have stories. There are people who have gravestones, because of him.
Yeah.
And something like that actually exists, and that's terrifying. Headless Horseman, guess what? He's real. There's legends of that. Easter Bunny, totally real. Less scary.
Wait. No. Hold on.
Yeah.
Back the fuck up. No.
Yeah.
What?
Easter Bunny's real.
Where did the eggs come from?
I don't know. I've never run into it. I just know that he's actually real. Santa, totally real.
You're fucking with me.
I am not fucking with you.
I'm going to roll to see if she is fucking with her.
Go for it.
I'm going to roll a intelligence empathy.
Go for it.
Oh, for fuck's sake. Oh shit, I rolled a GM roll, I'm sorry.
That's okay. She's not fucking with you, not that you can tell.
What?
Yeah, are all your childhood dreams coming back? Santa's real.
What the fuck? How is Santa real? How is the Easter Bunny real? What's happening?
Because supernaturals exist and they're not all bad.
No, I gathered that they weren't all bad. It's one of the things I've been, like, arguing since day one. But, like... Santa? What?
Santa. Like, fat old guy that lives in the North Pole.
Like... Does he actually deliver presents? I don't... What?
I think... Look, again, I haven't interacted with him. I just have heard stories of people who have.
Yeah.
So it sounds like Santa is a go. Santa is real.
And is the Easter Bunny like an actual bunny?
He's like an anthropomorphic bunny.
Oh, okay. That makes strangely more sense. I don't know why, though.
Yeah, I don't know. But there he is. He does the egg thing.
Things to find out later.
Yeah, it's like if you could pick someone's brain and be like, hey, tell me about this. Like, we get people who travel through. That's my favorite part of being part of a city division.
Mm-hmm.
Is sometimes people come through and you can ask them this stuff. Like, hey, what's gone down in your division? Did you see the Easter Bunny? Yes or no? So that's good stuff. My favorite is we've had a couple people from New York come through. New York, since their HQ, they have some fun stories.
Oh, I can imagine. Because, like, New York's New York.
Fucking York.
Yeah. So, thinking back in retrospect, like, I'm from Chicago, but Chicago's not it's up there, but it's not something like that. So I can only imagine the shit.
Like, think about it. Because, like, cities as big as that, like, think New York, Beijing, places that big, you know, it gets to the point, at least I'm pretty sure for New York, they have it cut up into, like, there's divisions within divisions. Like, that's crazy to me.
I mean, it makes sense, considering, like, the size of it.
I know, but it's just it's so different. The scale of it all. I can't imagine what organizing that whole thing must be like.
A nightmare.
Oh, completely.
It's part of why I'm like equal parts glad and frustrated that we deal with something so small scale, because a lot of the problems that we have, if we solve them, that's them solved. Like the whole thing with Vane, that got solved. The whole thing with the hedge beasts and like our former ace, the guy whose like job you're filling in for however long you are, turning out to be a fae and the one behind like all of the hedge related kidnappings and the hedge portal just casually there in your cornfield, that got solved. The fucking hedge beasts are getting solved, but like no more can come through, and then there's just a couple things left, and if they get solved, then that's us. Like, we could be done, and like I guess we'd once we're done here, we'd probably like get moved somewhere else, I guess. Shit. Not just settles back. that just like sunk in just now. Like, if all this ends, it's a big if. But if all this is dealt with, we may not be staying here.
Yeah, you might get transferred somewhere or something.
Yeah.
That's crazy to think, huh?
Mm-hmm. I don't know how I feel about that.
I mean, if you get high enough rank while you're here, maybe you'll get a choice where you go. Or maybe, like, you'll stay here and they'll keep a division just to make sure it's safe. Who knows?
Maybe. Certainly hope so. It needs it. Hell, I've been trying, but climbing is hard.
For what? Figuring out what you'll do after?
Say again?
For what? Figuring out what you'll do after?
No, just actually doing it, like proving yourself, because
oh, yeah.
2 of like the 3 promotions that I've had have been like group ones, because everyone did a good job and you all like solved a thing. Aisha promoted us all to like 5 or like a rank up in the hedge, because when we were going through, like, I was a 4. A lot of us were 4s.
That's crazy.
Yeah, Carlsville. We just had to deal with it. We like fought like a really powerful mage, and the one that was behind like most of the shit that was a lot of the shit that been going on in our town when we were like 2s and 3s, like Carlsville. Mm-hmm. It happened, but regardless, I've only had one promotion or like rank up or whatever, where it's been, hey, you, Natalie Cole, you as an individual did a good job in particular, so here you go. Here is a cookie for you. And it just sucks, I guess, just because I want to do a good job. And I want to impress the people making the decisions and show that like I've got more to offer than what I do, but God, I don't know. It's either every time I get the opportunity, something comes up that just fucking floors me, or I fuck up. And I fuck up bad. How did you do it? How you've been where I am, and you've like been through all that, and like you're tier below ace. Like you could, in theory, be an ace somewhere.
That's crazy.
If they asked you to be, like, certainly that could very well easily happen in future.
Yeah, they might move me somewhere or eventually rank me up.
Yeah. Like, how do you do it? How did you get to that point?
I did what I was told, and then the times that I didn't, I was really lucky and it worked out. Like, I wish I could say that there was a success story there, but there's really not.
Fair.
Like, especially in my case, where we don't have to do heroic stuff on the daily like you guys do.
Mm.
You know? I get promoted because I made a really good building. You know? I get promoted because my team did great. You know?
God, what I wouldn't give for that kind of normalcy. Because heroics, quote unquote, every day is hard.
Mm-hmm. Well, you realize that it's such a broken system where the higher rank you get, the less you do.
Yeah. Yeah. That's what I'm not looking forward to, actually, because I want to still be able to do things, but I don't know.
I mean, if you're a club, you probably will. That's one thing that seems to be universal. And I noticed it kind of here too. Hellings doesn't stay put. You know, he's kind of been forced into the paper role, but he still patrols sometimes, it looks like.
Mm-hmm.
Or at least used to until recently, the whole injury thing.
Yeah, that whole can of worms. No, totally.
Like, you guys, everyone was pulling their part here, and that's just... There's something admirable about it, but it's also sad that you see your team in which a 9, or what is it, a 9 or a 7, something like that? You know, your highest rank's 7 or something.
It's 7, I think. Yeah, because it was because it's
7.
Yeah, no, because it's lemons and Hellings. No,
Yeah.
Lemons and Henderson. Sorry, and it's because Lemons stared down the hook and got him to go the fuck away. And Henderson, because it's Henderson. Whatever he says, he does a damn good job. But like that's out of us 7.
That's my point, is that you have a group with someone of rank 7 working directly in tandem with someone of rank 3.
Does that not normally happen?
No.
Oh.
My bad. Because, like, normally you get recruited, rank
Yeah.
2, you should have training. You should be being trained for months. And then once you're done with training and you've proven it, then you go to rank 3 and you actually start doing something.
Like, Nat's laughter is like mirthless. Training. Jesus. Oh.
Yeah,
Oh.
like, the system you guys have here is so incredibly fucked.
Yeah. It's been fucked for a while.
That's what understaffing will do to you. Holy crap.
Well, it's not just understaffing. It was a whole thing. I don't blame them for it in part because, given what Guardians can be like, I wouldn't trust it either. And especially given what Hellings used to be like, yeah, I don't blame them. But Aubrey and Cheney are mages. Well, Cheney is a mage, and her sister was too. And they've seemed to always keep wider Guardians at arm's length because, hey, we're mages. We're the supernatural things, but we're in your organization. But that cat's out of the bag now. But it didn't used to be. So they would just try to like keep contact to an absolute minimum, and then they brought over Hellings to replace their brother, who was Ace of Clubs, and then along comes someone like Matthew Hellings, who was very much all supernaturals can die, and they're like, okay, this is a problem. So they kind of stopped reporting shit. It's part of why Aisha was the way she's been with Cheney, because Aubrey and Cheney just didn't do the paperwork. They didn't do the thing. Or and again, I don't blame them because Jesus, but at the same time it's like,
well, now they're fucking you guys over. Because if they had just done the paperwork, if they just reported these new people, you guys would have had backup so much sooner. So, yeah. Don't blame Aisha for getting mad at her at all. Like,
no, totally. Like,
that's what you get.
Yeah, it is, and it's been a while coming, honestly. But I'm just glad it's come. Because can you imagine how much, like, we've come close. We've had some really close calls. I dread to think how mad she and Yao would be if they discovered that like 2s or 3s or 4s had died without like wider Guardians ever even knowing they were like part of it, and B, never even having like gotten any kind of basic training or anything like that.
It's like beyond violation.
Yeah.
That's just like, that's bad. That's as bad as recruiting civilians, like without any notification to the HQ. Because like recruiting civilians has happened in the past. Sometimes when like a division is really in need, they will recruit civilians if the civilians are catching on. So like that might be what we're seeing happening here with all the new people.
I think it might need to happen, actually, yeah.
But like, it's bad when you do that when you don't need to, and it's especially bad if you don't report it, because then that's a Monday, you know. That's not a guardian. That's a Monday you put a pin on.
Well, that's what we were. Like when we all got here, we got here. Like I think probably the only person who came to Carlsville naturally was Tomo, and that's just because he was drifting at the time. Like Henderson, like some of us came because we were brought deliberately, and the rest of us came by accident. Like, we weren't meant to be here. We're from fucking all over the place. I'm from Chicago. Theo's from Boston. Lemons is from fucking Maine. To name a few places. I don't know where the fuck Tomo's from, but he's here. Like Sal,
Canada.
Henderson. Yeah, River's from fucking Canada. What? No, we found her in Canada, but she's from Britain.
Well, yeah, but like she was in Canada.
Yeah, like she was meant to be there. We weren't meant to be here. And like the thought of the wider Cardian Authority having never fucking found out about us until they did is kind of scary, because there have been times where I thought some of us were gonna die. Like when we were fighting the mage, Sal got possessed and like under possession fucked up Tomo and Theo, both real good. Like I thought Tomo was dead. Like the way he got fucking destroyed by Sal, because Sal is crazy strong, and his punch knives didn't used to be the actual like legit weapons that they are. They just used to be like gauntlets with fuckloads of blades on them. So yeah, that was fun. And then there've been times since where like Hellings almost died twice. First time because the mutiny.
Yeah,
and
I heard about that.
Yeah, that night was a whole fucking festering boiler of can of worms shit that I'll tell you about some other time.
I mean, the fact that you guys haven't gotten punished for that is super impressive.
I think they filed it under extenuating circumstances, and also the fact that like Hellings fucked up too.
I think. Well, you want to know a secret? Because I think I overheard a couple things. And technically, I'm not supposed to tell you, but
That leans in.
okay, so I'm pretty sure the reason you guys haven't gotten in trouble for that is because Matthew vouched for you.
That raises eyebrows.
Because like if he said they attacked me, you know, my subordinates attacked me, I don't think it'd matter if it was extenuating circumstances. Someone would be dead right now.
Yeah.
Sal would be dead.
Yeah. Henderson probably too.
Anyone who was involved in that.
It was those two, really.
So like, but like even like people who didn't help when they could have, you know, maybe like someone who really is mad, they could frame that entire group of people and just be dead. You know, you saw it happen, you didn't stop it. Okay, now you're part of the problem. Now you're also getting executed.
Jesus Christ.
There's horror stories.
Yeah, I don't doubt it. Like,
and like it's horror stories like that when it's like people like Yao around.
Yeah.
You know, he's one of those guys who's like, if the command was, hey, shoot this guy, I'm pretty sure, you'd be dead.
Yeah. Like the only people who were like actively trying to stop it at the time who like knew about it were Carly and Theo. I couldn't because like Tomo had lost a hand and oh god, bleeding. So I'm elsewhere trying to like take care of that before he bleeds out.
Mm-hmm.
Jesus.
So yeah, I know for a fact that he had to have said something to make it so that no one got in trouble.
Jesus.
And I mean, Matthew's done that before.
Yeah.
He's had situations. I mean, he's kind of a. I mean, he's really seemed to have mellowed out. That's blowing my mind because that guy was like a volcano,
Yeah. Yep. That's what happened that night. He boiled the fuck over. Yeah.
And because like I've heard of situations in the past. Because every now and then, like I talk to Aisha.
Mm-hmm.
And she shouldn't tell me stuff, and she usually doesn't. But sometimes I get some information, some juicy gossip.
Yeah.
And he's definitely had fistfights with people in the UK division.
Jesus.
Like I guess that's just his thing,
Mm-hmm.
So he'll fight it out.
Oh no, totally. Like he was full cut a bitch mode that night. He cut off Tomo's hand, he cut off some of Theo's fingers. Like Jesus. He went to town with that axe. It got to the point where like he was getting so violent and so like carelessly so with all of us when like because this was mid-crisis, this was mid the town is getting darker and the wisps are getting stronger, we can't afford to be doing this. Like
Mm-hmm.
I've told him this since, and like I've apologized for it. But that night, I'm ashamed to say it, but I came close to like he was on life support. I came close to like ending it.
Would kill him.
Yeah.
Holy crap.
Yeah, it was that bad, and it was a case of you are that much of a threat, not just to us, but to the town and everybody else. But nope.
Oh, 'cause I know it's hard. Like, it's not hard to get under his skin if you know what you're doing, right?
Yeah.
But like, I also know he's not a bad guy.
No, he's not. He's really not.
And I just seeing him coming here, it's like, holy crap! Is that the same guy?
Yeah.
Is that Matthew Helling Sr.
Yeah.
that I know? Is that Aisha's husband? Because what happened to you?
Sal
it's
sold
like-
some of his anger in the hedge.
Oh, I can tell. Because he's so mellow. And it's like a part that like made him recognizably him is just kind of gone.
Yeah, they've had a private talk about that. I don't really know how it went down, other than like Sal left it with a bloody face, which yeah, that's fair. But yeah, like we've kind of been put through the ringer here.
Mm-hmm.
Not by choice. Very much not by choice.
Yeah.
But just like I think the most consistent assessment of us as a division has been hopelessly and hilariously out of their depth. And that's why I'm glad that we're actually getting support, and not just support, but like urgent support.
An actual backup.
Right? Yeah.
Like,
oh my god, we have backup.
Yao's boys are here.
Mhm.
I don't talk to them. Like,
Fair.
I avoid them at all costs.
I have never talked to them myself.
It's like, they are literally Yakuza.
Wh-
That's
What?
crazy.
Wait,
Yeah, like Japanese criminals. Like, these guys are imported. They are fucking imports from Japan. They are a hot commodity. They are a fucking gift basket of bad.
not swigs. Jesus.
And like, oh, no big deal. They're just hanging out here in Wisconsin.
Oh god.
But I mean, that's from what I understand. That's Yao for you. He doesn't go anywhere without his goons.
Yeah.
Guy's a spade through and through. I call it. Like,
Sounds about right. Jesus. See, this, like, I don't think you appreciate how good it is to be able to talk to someone outside of the division, like the immediate, like, Carlsville shit, and be like, hey, shit's fucked, isn't it? And just to get the response back of, yeah, it is, huh? It's strangely comforting, because, like, in a weird way, because I guess it means we're not alone.
yeah. I got you. She leans her head on your shoulder.
I hope you continue to have got me for as long as you
Winks.
can. Not like nestles in. Oh shit! This means I have to take you somewhere, right?
Do you?
I mean, if we're gonna make this a thing, I have to I have to like take you places and shit.
You could feed me.
I'm more than willing to do that.
There you go.
We will get you food.
All right, now though it's like what, 12 o'clock? Oh my god, I'm gonna have such a hangover tomorrow. She showing you again?
Oh Jesus! you need to stop that. She said, not says. She takes it, smiles, and drinks all.
I mean, it's already gonna happen. I might as well go hard or go home. I don't throw up anyway.
Oh, you're not a throw up hangover?
No,
Jesus.
Connie, I've been around my alcohol. If I still can't handle enough to the point where I throw up, I don't deserve to be the keg stand queen of the diamonds in Milwaukee. Come on.
How old are you? If you don't mind me asking.
How old am I?
Yeah, like you seem like you don't seem too much older than me, but like you talk with way more experience than I do. So
How old are you?
I'm 24. I'm gonna be 25 in like less than a month. I'm gonna be 25 in less than a month.
It's just sunk in, huh?
Yeah, actually, with everything that's been happening, I'm gonna be 25 in less than a month.
Well, we're gonna have to do something for your birthday.
I guess we are.
To answer your question, I'm 30.
Huh.
I'm in the cradle a little bit, but 5 years isn't bad.
Yeah, but screw the cradle.
You don't want to cradle me, Nat?
I want to do more than cradle you, Danny. And that says as she pulls Danny closer. but we'll start there.
I think you've already passed there.
I mean, oops. That says it's like she like does a cattish grin and just like puts a hand to her lips, just like.
Danny leans over and she does the what's it called, the raspberry, when you like put your mouth to it and then blow to make that the elephant noise. She just does that on your boob.
Oh my god! You are playing a dangerous game, my friend.
I'm just taking claim.
Oh well, if that's how it's gonna work, then and that will do the same on neck and both boobs and on face.
Face.
And also, she will like scoop beneath covers and also do it on both cheeks. Claim staked.
The claims continue into the night, and we'll go ahead and fade to black.
Yes.
GG.
Amazing.
GG. Yeah. We did it. We did a wholesome. I can't believe it.
That was some juicy deets you got there too.
Yep. Yeah, now time for Nat to wake up the next morning and everything is fucked.
Wake up. This is dead.
Yeah. Hey, Danny. Remember like the conversation Nat had with you where she was like, "Yeah, I don't want to date outside of Guardians." Yeah, the person that's about is gonna be fucking dead tomorrow.
Yay!
Yay!
Confetti.
No.
Also, for the record, Plug DJ fixed itself, and I'm quite happy.
Huzzah.
Yay.
Alright, let me end now. We got one more to go. Looks at lemons.
Boys, let's.
Sip. Give it to me.
Let me grab music.
I'm half tired, but I suppose that'll work for the roleplay because it's been a long day for them. Or at least for everyone that has been out. And Lemons is still kind of recovering from the whole Cheney almost died thing. Now before we start, did we update Arthur on the happenings?
What happened
Yeah.
that day?
Yeah.
I do not know.
Because I know in the roleplay we had with him, I don't think we did.
Slowly shrugs.
But we could also hand wave that between.
Yeah,
when
you can
Lemon
have told
said
them.
that he was going to stay, that he filled Arthur in during that time.
I'm fine with that. Let me go ahead and find music.
And if that's the case, if you wanted to roll a preemptive empathy on the lemon, if that's what Arthur do, concerning when Lemon was getting around the chaining part.
Second. Okay. Empathy?
Yeah.
No, let's go ahead and zoom in on their room. Okay. Wow, 2 successes.
That when he was talking about Cheney, he seemed super duper. He was more emotional about it than other things he talks about.
Okay.
That it bothered him.
That she was hurt?
Yes.
Okay. Arthur does not say anything about it.
Mm-hmm.
So, we got to now. You guys had eaten dinner in there.
Arthur had eaten.
Right.
Yeah, because Arthur had eaten earlier when Salad brought him the little thing. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Has Abel been relatively quiet then?
Abel's, yeah, he's been quiet.
Okay. I kind of feel like as a kind of time waster, Lennon's like he's either sitting propped up like on the bed or is just laying on the bed and knitting.
Okay. You lay on the bed knitting, and a lot of it recently has been quiet, not really saying anything. It's Arthur's on the bed, like he has a book. And eventually he... Well, go ahead and roll a perception.
Okay. Oh, I am just tuned into him.
So you've noticed throughout the night, as like you're doing your thing, every now and then he looks up from his book and looks at you. But whenever you would like go to like, oh, you're looking at me, he backed onto the book. This happens consistently throughout the night.
I kind of feel like that Lemons may have scooched closer at some point as well.
Mm-hmm.
Because reasons.
Okay.
Emotionally constipated, but here we go.
Go for it. Go ahead and scoot your token. You not with your critical success. He didn't move away, but like he has all the mannerisms of a nervous boy.
I think he's working on the little mitten I think that he was working on. But he kind of just eventually stops. Or kind of slows first. Stops and just kind of lays it on his chest as he just sits there and stares at the ceiling. And Lemon is mustering courage.
Arthur turns his page.
Okay, I'm gonna roll.
Okay. Are you rolling for courage?
Yes. Wouldn't that be resolve composure?
Go for a rescom.
Okay, rescom.
Mine is...
Well, okay, what am I minusing?
Whatever, fuck me, I guess.
No, what am I minusing?
-2.
Okay.
Reroll.
Okay.
It's fine.
It's fine.
You, Lemons, you are a brave boy.
Lemons is a brave boy. And... Oh, too brave.
What is the lemony inner thought? And before you're asking, is it a matter of, come on, Lemons, do it. He's gonna die soon.
No time like the present. No. No, he's kind of rolling through all the different things he's trying to come up with reasons hey, this is the reason why you should like me and reasons why I like you, and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
And he keeps coming back to like the time when Arthur went out to go pick him up from his big bad crash.
Mm-hmm.
And what happened after that with the whole bed and everything.
Mm-hmm.
And he's been kind of clinging to that feeling. So while he's laying here and staring up and just kind of revving up his courage, I kind of feel like, because since he's laying down, right, I kind of feel like he's the bed. That
He's what? I'm sorry.
I kind of feel like he turns his head a little and just kind of looks at Arthur.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know, just kind of studies him.
Just look at him swapping songs. All right. Is it like an obvious studying?
Yeah.
Okay. You do so, and you notice he looks and you guys kind of meet eyes for a second. He's like looks forward.
I know. When their eyes do connect, like Levin's like lowers his gaze again.
Arthur breathes, closed his book.
So he sits up.
What?
Okay.
Just
Just gonna throw this out there. I'm gonna throw this out there. I am.
Wait. Wait.
Yes.
He says that.
Perception. Oh no, I'm empathying him.
Okay.
2.
Alright, you read him. He's so nervous right now. Like, it's very much it's like a holy crap, and there's a conflicted of like, he is very content with this situation, but also at the same time, this is scary as shit, and he doesn't know if this is something he's okay with.
Lemons is going to just kind of sneaky a hand into Arthur's hand.
You do so, and he looks at you. He doesn't look down at the hand.
Lemons will
And
squeeze
then
the
he
hand,
kind-
though. Lemons will squeeze the hand, though. Just to make sure he knows.
Arthur looks ahead. Oh, that's not what I meant to do. It's like kind of this direction, and you see he's got a fine layer of blush you, and he squeezes your hand back.
This is really hard.
Just fucking get it over with.
Okay. I like you. And it's not just the like, it's like super like. So, oh? think about being boyfriends? Not exactly the smoothest way to ask.
He just breathes, just, and then there's a smile.
And Lemon's heart just fucking warms.
Did you? He covers his burning face with an arm.
You take your time if you need. But he kind of sets his other hand on like Arthur's knee.
You're you're the worst. You're the absolute worst. He mutters as he's still holding your hand.
Because I mean, I keep thinking about like the first time we kind of shared a bed. I mean, obviously it wasn't in that way, but it was really nice. And I hope you feel the same. And just,
He squeezes your hand.
I've really grown on you, like, or you're really growing on me, I guess. Words.
Yeah. This is your fault.
Hey.
As he like unburies his face.
Hey.
It's all your fault.
It can't all be my fault, because you're just super adorable right now.
Stop, no.
You're just super, look at.
Stop.
And
He buries his face again. His ears are burning.
Lemon's kind of slides even closer. Just look at that. It's so adorable.
You did this since day one, you fucking piece of shit. You ruined me.
Well, what can I say? He says as he leans closer. And then just does like a tantalizing like little smoochie on Arthur's burning cheek.
It's so warm.
But he doesn't like pull away. He's kind of like leaning his head against Arthur's.
You hear him breathing. He's like, I guess I could say one thing. He slowly unburies his face and looks at you.
Lemon looks back.
He smiles. Fuck you. And he gives you a smooch. Like, a true proper smooch.
He gets a true proper smooch back. Oh.
The smoochies do commence, and eventually he pulls back and his just face is burning.
So, when I said I could stay, I don't have to leave tonight. I could just
Would they let you do that?
Hmm?
Would they let you do that?
If I don't have to ask. I'll just leave the key out there, no problem.
Your funeral. He says as he lays down.
As he what?
As he lays down on the bed.
And, yeah, I know the irony. I'm dying, okay. And Lemons kind of crawls over next to him. Yeah, well. Kind of touchy.
The cuddles commence.
Hey.
He leans his head on your shoulder. Buries his face in your chest as you hear him muffled say, "I'm sorry, I thought you."
Oh. Lemons hugs him real tight. I forgive you.
I thought all this time. I thought you were fucking with me all this time.
I kind of give that vibe, don't
You're insufferable. You're awful. You're
I? I mean,
selfish.
hey, stop listening on my good attributes.
You're so 80s.
Hey now, out of all of that, that's
You
what hurts
are!
the most.
He lifts his face as he says that and points accusingly. You are! Have you seen your hair? It's...
Yeah?
God, you never left the 80s.
Come on, these are some great times.
The 80s were a nightmare.
Hey, just because I don't remember too much of it.
Drug-induced nightmare.
But great music.
If you're into synth.
Well, I kinda am. Does Lemons know what Arthur's into?
No.
Well, he's gonna give Arthur a little shove, a little playful shove. Be like, well, since you're accusing my music taste, what's yours there, buddy?
That's for me to know and you never to find out.
But I want to find out.
It's not happening.
Mm.
It's not happening.
Waggles eyebrows.
You don't need to know.
Or rather, just like one eyebrow is just ascending.
It's the last thing you need.
The last thing.
Yes.
Well, maybe I'll find out soon. I already know that you like watermelon. And he smiles.
Looks at him. How did you know that?
Oh, I got my sources.
Your sources? What, you have fucking sources on me now?
Oh. Kinda hard not to know when all the little fruit parfaits are all watermelon made.
Flair's nose. You're just a gossip machine. How do I know it won't get to others if I mention something?
Because I like to keep them. Anyway, I'll get that music from you sometime.
Just. Have you ever heard of Todrick Hall?
Do I have to roll?
Yes.
What am I rolling?
This is gonna be a wit streetwise, I think.
What's streetwise? Okay. Vaguely decent chance at this. Oh, very vague.
Try to recall, isn't he like one of those? What was it? One of those singers that won American Idol or something? It's really vague. Like you're
I
pretty sure
know
it's
he's
like
a
on a
singer, right?
yeah.
What kind?
He does he does a lot of like peppy pop stuff and like some Broadway and he, some like parody songs from other things. Like it's got a good voice.
Well, clearly, I'll have to look into this. What was his name again? This guy. And get a good idea of what you like. And since I know that now, maybe I can get you some listening material.
Maybe it's just not a thing I talk about because I don't need shit from people.
You don't need shit from anyone. You get you some earbuds and
Throwing this out for people who want to know basically what Arthur's taste in music is. It's not that song specifically because it's technically not out in real time, but that's pretty much his taste in music.
click.
Hi, Milsey.
I love. Is Arthur still kind of blush you too?
Totally, he's embarrassed to admit this.
Hey, you don't need to be embarrassed. It's kind of like tracing a finger on Arthur.
You're not helping. Oh, the local mortician just absolutely loves peppy pop. God,
Hey.
could it be any more gay?
But I bet it makes the job way more fun.
Does.
I'm out of character. At the mortuary, do they have like a radio setup that Lemons could have popped in his 80s tunes all the time?
Oh yeah,
Okay.
it's all part of the job. Music makes it more tolerable.
Long stretches of otherwise silence really gets to a guy.
I mean, who's gonna judge you? The dead. So that's there you go. There's my secret. If you ever tell anyone, I will end you.
Oh, I won't tell anyone.
Better not. He punches you lightly.
Hey.
Punches you slightly harder.
Hey. Excuse me.
I'm serious.
I won't tell anyone.
What'd you say? I'm sorry?
Said I won't tell anyone.
Good.
You know. Yeah, I assume Arthur has been smiling here and there too. You have a super cute smile.
Stop!
And it was really nice.
He covers his mouth.
It was really nice to see that today too.
Oh, stop it. And you do notice whenever he smiles, he does tend to go and cover his mouth with a hand.
Oh. Hey. He won't stop him because, I mean, that's the Arthur manner, and that's kind of what makes it cute to Lemons. Lemons is just smiling back, but it's like, it's the super, like, it's the genuine smile. The rare
Aw.
kind.
A genuine lemon.
A genuine lemon. He feels so light right now. And not just because he's super starved.
And not just because what?
He's super starved.
Rip. But he's definitely like chuckling along with you. And he's like, easy for you to say with your perfect face and your perfect eyes and your perfect smile.
Yeah, well. Not so perfect anymore.
His expression softens. Hey. Still. Looks away. It's still nice.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I don't know if I'll be able to return it to the beauty of the old days.
That's because you're getting old.
I know. I think I saw a wrinkle.
Oh, a wrinkle. God, you poor thing. How terrible that must be.
I'm pretty
Your
sure.
wrinkle.
I'm pretty sure I found a few white hairs too.
Oh, a couple white hairs. Oh my gosh, I'm so... My name's Sky. I am high maintenance. God, what have I gotten myself into?
He just whispers, "You have no idea."
I could just see it a couple of years from here, honey. You need to pick up milk, honey. Where's my eyeliner, honey?
Hey, I try to take care of myself. I can
Of
do
course you
lawn
can.
work and I can do like shingling and stuff.
Oh, everyone, please look at my trophy husband.
I can knit, yeah, see? I can make mittens, kind of.
Look, he's useful for something.
Ooh, that stings. He says as it doesn't sting at all.
It doesn't because I'm right. It's just looking at you.
Kinda true. You're totally right.
Well, I guess you're useful for something.
I'm useful for a couple things.
Eyebrows shoot up.
Do you want me to drench that with sparkle at him?
If you'd like to.
We're just gonna do the sheer presence of it.
You may add +2.
Hey. That's gonna be a big roll there. Oh! A big roll with little success.
He just like kind of like didn't take you long to get back into that.
Too soon? Okay, I'll dial it back.
No, I can't stop you.
Aww. I'm gonna empathy him.
Go for it.
Any pluses on the empathy or just straight?
+2.
Hey. 2.
I mean, he certainly doesn't mind it.
Then Lemons will not tone it back. He'll add in a little eyebrow waggle just for good measure.
You're not going anywhere without a fucking condom.
Nope.
What do you say?
Nope.
He like pats you on the chest lightly, like a kind of a light hit.
Hmm. He's kind of looks
How?
over. He wasn't gonna
How
say
long?
anything. Oh, sorry,
Oh.
I'm interrupting you all the time.
It's fine. I just want to die. No, I'm kidding.
No. Go.
How long have you been sitting on this?
Mm. All the way back to, I guess back to the phone call.
Which phone call can you remind me?
The one when Arthur called, or no, Lemons called to check in with Arthur.
Oh,
Back-
when in Boston?
Yeah. So that was, how many months?
It's been a hot minute.
Let me check. I'm sure we can get some actual dates on this. Doing a quick lookup. So he says the call, and then he kind of thinks again. Says, well, a bit before that too. I think it really.
Before that, you were just being an asshole.
Well, yeah, kind of. Before that, I was being an asshole. But
You played yourself.
I guess I did. Or maybe you played me.
I thought.
What do you say?
Smiles. He smiles. He just says, "That's what you fucking deserve." Now you're stuck with me.
Yeah.
That's the worst punishment you can get.
I'll take it.
What'd you say? I'm sorry.
I'll take it.
You'll take it, is what you said?
Mm-hmm.
Your mic's kind of cutting out a little bit.
Yeah, he said I'll take it.
Okay. He smiles and leans in again and just kind of rests his head on you.
Lemons curls up even closer.
Thanks for settling.
What do you say? Thanks for what?
Settling.
Thanks for letting me. Just gonna smooch him again.
You receive a +1 Arthur smooch.
Hey,
You may add it to your inventory.
excellent.
Is there anything else not Arthur, sorry, Lemon says to Arthur? Because Arthur is perfectly content with just kind of snorkeling.
Yeah, I think Lemons is entirely content with that as well. Physical contact and maybe some fluff here and there. Kind of fleshing out, like, who he is to Arthur more.
What do you mean?
Or at least kind of, well, because there's the whole working relationship and the little things they know about each other already, but just stealing more little tidbits from Arthur, I guess.
As in,
Kind of like
like
how he did with, like, the music. but like,
Okay.
you know, colors or something like that.
He asks them just those little questions.
Yeah, just kind of sprinkles them.
Just every now and then when it's quiet.
Yeah. Or just lets the silence sit, because that's okay too.
Well, your first few times when you answer, so like, what are you get 3 questions before he gives you shit for it.
He'll stop after he gets shit for it. So it'll be, favorite color.
Green.
Ooh. I think he knew that already, but he now is learning it straight from Arthur. Favorite alcoholic beverage.
Appletini. That's because he likes the sweetness and bitterness of it.
It suits him so perfectly.
Hmm?
It suits him so perfectly. He might just stop at 2.
Are you sure you don't want to go for a third?
Oh, third time's a charm, you're right. What would he ask him? I'm trying to think of something that he'd poke at. Ooh, movie genre.
Rom-com.
All right.
And when you try and ask a 4th thing, he chuckles and tells you to shut up.
Lemons will do so.
And you guys do the snuggle. Eventually you fall asleep, and eventually you wake up to terrible consequence.
Hooray!
Hooray for terrible consequence.
God, Lemons is such a dorcas.
He is a Dorcas, and it's super cute, and it's also cute because it's fun to see, like, Danny and Natalie and their more chatty relationship to the more one where it's like they don't need to say as much for Lemons and Arthur.
Yeah.
Well,
It's interesting.
Yeah, I think it helps that like Lemons and Arthur already know one another, whereas like Natalie and Danny are like also getting to know one another at the same time.
They're almost like they're still kind of literal strangers.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Whereas like the 3 things that Lemon's mine for, 2 of them are for future date material. Alcoholic beverage and a movie.
And like for Arthur, a lot of it's like his silence is also still just processing that this is happening. You know?
Well, and I imagine there was a silence on Lemon's part too, and he lets that silence sit there.
Because having a comfortable silence with Arthur means a lot to him. Because Arthur is not usually comfortable with silence all the time.
I love it. I love them, and it'll be so interesting to see them going forward.
They're canon.
Yay! I did have a thing set up.
Sad now.
Yeah, I did have a thing, a line where, because I know Arthur just called lemons lemons for the longest time. And if he still called lemons as lemons, I was gonna say, "Call me Guy."
We can say that it ended with that.
Okay. Yeah.
Honestly, it'd probably be like "Call me Guy" with Arthur just kind of quietly smiling and be like cute.
Smooching. So good.
A lot of dating Arthur is Arthur being a bully.
I love it.
I don't know how to express my feelings, so I'm just going to gently bully you. Not even gently, I'm just going to fucking bully you.
I'm
Have
feeling
fun with
so
that
attacked
shithead.
right now. Lemon says not feeling attacked at all.
Just Arthur, you're terrible. You're the worst. You're awful. You've made a mistake. I love you.
Tell me more about all my best traits.
How dare you? Oh no, he's perfect.
Well, Brianna and I joked that Lemons and Arthur work so well because Arthur bristles really easily and he doesn't really take in other people's emotions all that well. But for Lemons, that's okay because Lemons doesn't want to to throw his emotions at other people. And pretty much anything Arthur says that's scathing usually just kind of slides off.
Yeah.
Because Lemons tends to know he doesn't mean it.
Mm-hmm.
Or not actually care whether it's true or not.
Mm-hmm.
Because, yeah, Arthur's scathing towards everyone, including himself.
Stop it.
Now that you've unlocked dating Arthur, you have unlocked Arthur's self-deprecative, or
Deprecation.
I can do it.
Or, no.
Self-deprivation?
Depreciation?
Deprivation.
Deprecation.
Thank you. I usually can say that word, but it just wasn't happening.
Dicks.
Oh, those come later. Get it?
Yes. The double meaning of the word.
But yes, there is your fluff.
Oh.
Remember
So
that
nice.
the next day it will be ruined.
No.
Yeah, I can't believe next session we're all gonna have our hearts fucking ripped out.
I
shouldn't
know.
be sitting here being like, I fucking love these two. They're so pure and I'm like and wholesome, and I love their relationship. But at the same time, I'm like, they're fucking horrible. They're both
Yep.
horrible people.
They really are.
They're both
Yes.
horrible fucking people, and they've both done horrible things.
Yes. They deserve each other, to be honest.
Kind
I don't know if that's a good thing or not.
What, that they deserve each other?
Yes.
Deb sweat.
They're such romantic Romeo and Juliet.
Mm-hmm.
It's sad.
I think, like, it would be so interesting to consider if they had met each other outside of the whole Guardians thing,
Mm-hmm.
you know? Things would have been good, I think.
Guardians hadn't fucked these boys up.
Mm-hmm. Then again, they wouldn't have met if it weren't for Guardians,
This is also true.
which is the thing that Lemons usually holds on to because he tries to look at the brighter side of everything.
Really? I mean, Finnegan's the one who brought you into Guardians.
Yes.
Nah, well, Finnegan's a big fuckwad.
So you know who needs to walk you down the aisle before you're brutally murdered by the
Yeah,
rest
you're
of the
fucking-
team.
No.
It is me, your
No,
best man.
Finnegan
best
crossed the
man.
line there.
I can't believe Dear Daddy is going to escort Lemons down the aisle.
No, Dear Daddy crossed the line. Stop it.
See, I know,
That's what they all say.
No.
Oh my god.
Now, Shark, I know you meant Dear Daddy as in like actual physical Dear Daddy, but at the same
Daddy
time,
dearest.
I heard like, Dear Daddy is in like, oh, this person's precious. I'm like, oh no,
I am.
Lemons is angry with Finnegan right now, okay?
Oh,
I'm not happy
poor
with you.
baby.
You are manipulating me. You are manipulating my dreams.
Sad.
You made me kill the sister of the guy I love. Not cool, dude.
Who's gonna be your bridesmaid now, Lemon?
What?
Who's gonna be your bridesmaid now?
Not
Yeah.
Liz.
Because you made me kill my boyfriend's sister, and what are you going to do about it? Just
I mean,
mad.
on the bright side, he's not cursed anymore.
This is true.
How's your curse going, Lemons?
Wah. Not good. Not good.
No.
Not right.
Not right.
Da 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 da. Looks at camera. Fuck.
Fuck.
Just
I
Arthur
have
voice,
little,
"Fuck."
I have little lemony ideas and thoughts that I will be holding on to.
Sip.
Sip, singular sip.
Yes.
They are for me to know and Bree to know and you to find out.
What are you doing, Lemon?
What?
Quit being a naughty and turn yourself in.
Meh.
We will fucking drag your ass back, Lemons.
If I don't
If you
fucking
don't-
die after that info drop that Danny gave.
If we don't, the DMH will.
That's what I'm saying, is if I don't fucking
Yeah.
die.
Yeah, just do it now before you get Yao and Aisha on your ass.
Aisha hunts people. Lemon smiles at camera. I'm in danger.
It chuckles, I'm in danger.
Maybe I can spook her like I spooked the hook.
Well, Aisha was kind of spooked by the hook a little bit,
Well,
so
she
that's a
If you
possibility.
can spook the manifestation of fear, probably you can spook.
I mean, he
her,
spooked
unless
Yao.
she like sold her
Did
fear.
spook Yao. Or
And
you bristled Yao.
And he almost spooked Caleb, but Caleb blew through like thousands of willpower.
Caleb sure did.
He did, but was it worth it in the end?
Can we
It was
Yes.
totally
Yes,
worth it. I loved it.
100%.
I fucking love that.
It was so worth it. Just the moment of Lemons being like, "Oh my god, what is wrong with you?
What the
You're
fuck is wrong
weird.
with this guy?
You're weird."
That reaction. What the fuck is wrong with him?
I love that
Oh, it
was
was
preceded
really
by
cool.
basically the pep talk from his boyfriend. Like, this is the thing that bothers you?
Out of all the fucking things, this man.
This thing. This
That was
dude.
really- that was really funny.
It was good. Caleb almost got it. If it wasn't for Arthur's pep talk, he would have gotten you guys back downstairs. And then
Yep.
he would have kicked that door closed and fucking barred it. Been like, alright, Aisha, we got a problem. And I don't have a gun.
Why didn't you bring your gun?
Cause then you think I could shoot a gun?
Right.
Bold of you to assume I could shoot a gun.
Both of you assume I can shoot anything.
I can throw a shoot.
And, like, he reaches into his pocket and they're like, he's got a gun, get down! And when they get down, he pulls out like his guardian's badge. I'm a fucking spade, I can't shoot.
Guy, you think me?
Throws it like a
Oh,
ninja
me?
star.
Are you kidding? Spades being snipers is a time-honored tradition in Cardians.
River Hathaway laughs in British. She laughs in rich.
Right.
She laughs in rich British.
That's the rich laugh. The
What's,
rich enemy laugh.
What's Emily Black's suit in Chicago? Is she a spade too?
She's a diamond, I believe.
Is she? I thought she was a spade.
No, she's a diamond because she's like the team medic and shit.
I'm gonna double check that. I'm pretty sure she's a spade.